What was the first time you went viral? Like, what did you have the support staff to help you, or was that a little chaotic?
It was chaotic because we had just launched Beauty Pops. We didn't have supply chain, and we were shipping products out from our house because we ran out of our 3PL. So literally, we were sending 60, 70 orders every night, just packing ourselves. And I was, and that, as amazing as that sounds, it gets old pretty fast, right? So now we do have like two 3PLs, one on the East Coast, West Coast, so we have supply chain more laid out. But yeah, it when you succeed, there's the weight of success as well.
Yeah, amazing. Well, good. Maybe transitioning into kind of the financial aspect of this, as you mentioned, that's one of the kind of core competencies that you've built a team around. Is I guess, how do you go about managing kind of the imbalance of revenue cycles and when you need cash? Obviously, any e-commerce brand faces this challenge of you have to first buy the product in order to sell it, and so those gaps exist and that sort of thing. Like, maybe talk about your journey of how you've learned to address that over time and what it looked like to begin with.
Yeah, I mean the journey is a painful one, to be honest. Our journey has been one of we go super viral and then we run out of inventory and we're on back ordered or pre-orders, and that in itself is a nightmare. And then then we'll order too much and then we'll have to wait for next cycle. So I think one of the biggest things is logistics mirrors marketing, right? And I think that's what small businesses really have to understand. What we're trying to do, and I think we're starting to do, is find a sales channel where we can get a baseline through our marketing, right? So it's not so viral. And then the second thing is, when we do go viral, it's okay to say you're out of stock. And I think as small businesses, as soon as you go viral, you think you hit like the jackpot, you hit the gold mine, right? But I think sometimes you just have to step back and just be, okay, well, that's great, but we will maybe not sell as much. But that's okay, because if we did try to over leverage ourselves, it would put us in much of a bigger issue later on. So I think that is our biggest takeaway from the last 2 or 3 years when I think we've gone viral probably 7 or 8 times. And it's fine. I think it's in lieu of that conversion. I think as a small brand, what you need to understand is that you can still nurture that customer, right?
Right.
So as they come in and they really want to buy your product but you're out of stock, it's okay. You still acquire to that customer, and later on, just as long as you nurture them, later on you can convert once you can meet the demand with your logistics.
Interesting. So you're not always just solving for the inventory side of things. You're looking at it from the perspective of I've acquired that customer, so I can match the timing of inventory with need by nurturing them correctly.
Exactly. And then customers who really want your product will wait, and then you will have some drop off. But I think that's the one thing as brands, like we want to get the sale right away, right? Okay, we have to convert, we have to get those sales in. But I think long-term game, if you're really thinking about a long-term game, just take your time making sure your logistics isn't rushed, because we've rushed some production orders and it cost us even more trouble than it was worth.